Have you ever wondered why certain difficult situations arise in your life exactly when you least expect them? If you were born under the sign of Virgo, know that the universe has a very special way of working with you. Today I'll reveal the 12 clearest signs that the universe is testing a Virgo, and why these tests are actually gifts in disguise. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how to identify when these challenging moments aren't coincidences, but rather unique opportunities for growth. I'll show you the patterns the cosmos uses specifically with Virgos, and how to transform each obstacle into a personal victory. If you keep watching until the end, you'll understand why some periods of your life seem more intense than others, and most importantly, how to use this wisdom to your advantage. But if you stop here, you might miss the chance to recognize the next signs the universe will send you. Get ready, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you view your life's challenges. Tip 1. Situations that demand perfection constantly appear. The first sign that the universe is testing a Virgo is when situations that demand extreme attention to detail begin to arise one after another in your life. You may notice that important projects at work, complex family problems, or personal issues that require meticulous solutions keep popping up. This happens because Virgos are naturally detail-oriented and perfectionist. The universe recognizes this trait and uses it to further strengthen this ability in you. When you find yourself facing a series of situations that require precision, it's no coincidence. It's the cosmos working to develop your analytical skills and patience. During these periods, you may feel overwhelmed or even irritated because it seems like nothing can be done just like that. Everything needs to be impeccable. This internal pressure you feel is exactly what the universe wants you to experience. It's through this pressure that you develop greater emotional resilience and learn to remain calm, even in the most demanding situations. Also, observe how these situations arise at specific moments in your life. They usually happen when you're about to take an important step in your personal or professional development. The universe is preparing you for greater responsibilities, testing whether you can maintain your standard of excellence, even under pressure. How you handle these demands for perfection defines a lot about your spiritual growth. If you can maintain the balance between doing things well without becoming obsessive, you'll pass the test. The secret is recognizing that perfection is a process, not a final destination. Tip 2. Constructive criticism comes from all directions. The second sign appears when you start receiving feedback, suggestions, and even criticism from multiple people at once. It could be your boss pointing out improvements in your work, a friend suggesting changes in your behavior, or even strangers making observations about something you do. For a Virgo who already has a natural tendency toward self-criticism, this can be quite uncomfortable. You may feel as if you're being attacked from all sides, or as if nothing you do is good enough. But in reality, the universe is using other people as mirrors to show you areas of your life that need attention. Virgo has a very strong connection to personal growth and continuous improvement. The cosmos knows this and sends these external voices to accelerate your evolutionary process. Every constructive criticism that reaches you is an opportunity to get to know yourself better and develop aspects of your personality that you might not have been able to see on your own. Interestingly, these criticisms often touch on areas you already suspected needed work, but have been avoiding. The universe is forcing you to face these issues head-on and take the necessary steps to evolve. The key to passing this test is learning to separate constructive criticism from destructive criticism. Not everything people say is valuable, but when multiple independent people point you in the same direction, it's worth paying attention. The universe is trying to show you something important about yourself through these voices. Tip 3. Small problems pile up quickly. The third sign manifests itself when small, everyday problems begin to pile up abnormally. Your washing machine might break down the same week your car needs service, while you're still dealing with a work issue and an unfinished family matter. For a Virgo who likes to have everything under control and organized, this sequence of small chaos can be extremely frustrating. You may feel like you're chasing your tail, solving one problem after another without ever managing to get completely organized. This test from the universe has a very specific purpose: to teach you to maintain composure even when things aren't perfect. Virgos tend to want everything to be in order before they can feel at peace, but real life doesn't work that way. There will always be something to adjust or improve. The cosmos is showing you that you can be productive and happy, even when everything isn't in its ideal place. It's teaching you to prioritize, to decide what truly needs immediate attention and what can wait. This skill is essential to avoid becoming a slave to your own need for organization. During these times, observe how you react to smaller problems. If you can remain calm and solve problems one at a time, without despairing or feeling completely overwhelmed, you are evolving. The universe wants you to learn that small problems are part of life and don't need to take away your peace of mind. If you're enjoying these revelations about how the universe works specifically with Virgos, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content on astrology and spiritual growth. And let me know in the comments where you're watching this video from. Let's create a community of people seeking to better understand the signs of the cosmos. Tip 4. Opportunities that require deep analysis arise. The fourth sign appears when important opportunities begin to arise in your life, but they all require careful analysis before making any decision. It could be a job offer that seems good but has complicated aspects, a relationship that has potential but also has issues that need to be considered, or an investment that could work but requires a lot of research. The universe knows that Virgos have a highly developed natural capacity for analysis, and it uses this to benefit your growth. These complex opportunities are sent to you so you can exercise your ability to see all sides of a situation before making an important decision. During these times, you may feel indecisive or even paralyzed by the sheer number of factors you need to consider. It's as if each opportunity comes with a long list of pros and cons that need to be carefully weighed. This can be mentally exhausting, but it's exactly the exercise your soul needs right now. The test here isn't just about making the right decision, but about trusting your analytical process. The universe wants you to develop confidence in your ability to evaluate complex situations and learn to make important decisions without torturing yourself with endless doubts. Note that these opportunities often appear when you're ready to take a major leap in life, whether personally or professionally. The cosmos is checking to see if you've developed enough wisdom to make choices that truly move you forward. How you handle these complex decisions reflects your level of spiritual and emotional maturity. Tip 5. Routines are constantly interrupted. The fifth sign manifests itself when your organized routines begin to be interrupted with unusual frequency. You might plan your day carefully, but something unexpected always comes up that changes all your plans. Meetings are canceled at the last minute, appointments need to be rescheduled, or urgent situations appear out of nowhere. For a Virgo who finds comfort and productivity in well-established routines, these interruptions can be very destabilizing. You may feel anxious or irritated when your plans are constantly changed, especially because you like to have control over your time and activities. The universe is using these interruptions to teach you flexibility. While organization is one of your greatest strengths, it's important not to become too rigid. Life is dynamic and unpredictable, and you need to learn to adapt to change without losing your organizational essence. This test also serves to show that you can be efficient and productive, even when things don't go exactly as planned. The cosmos wants you to develop the ability to quickly reorganize when necessary, maintaining your productivity even amidst chaos. During these periods of constant interruptions, observe how you react. If you can remain calm, reorganize quickly, and still complete your important tasks, you're passing the test. The universe is preparing you for future situations where flexibility will be essential to your success and well-being. Tip 6. Disorganized people enter your life. The sixth sign appears when extremely disorganized or chaotic people begin to appear in your life frequently. It could be a new coworker who doesn't follow any system, a friend who's always late and forgets appointments, or even a romantic partner who has a completely different way of handling responsibilities. Initially, these people can deeply irritate you. You may feel frustrated by their lack of organization and even judge them for not having the same standards as you. But the universe isn't putting these people in your path by chance. The test here is about tolerance and understanding. The cosmos wants you to learn that not everyone works the same way as you, and that this doesn't mean they're any less valuable or competent. Everyone has their own rhythm and their own way of organizing their life. These interactions also serve to question whether your own organizational standards are always necessary or whether you're sometimes being overly rigid. Perhaps these disorganized people have something to teach you about spontaneity, creativity, or how to relax and not worry so much about details. The universe wants you to develop patience and learn to work harmoniously with people who have completely different styles than your own. If you can find ways to collaborate and even appreciate these differences, you will have passed another important test of your personal growth. Tip 7. Unfinished projects keep resurfacing. The seventh sign manifests itself when projects you left half-finished in the past begin to reappear in your life in different forms. Someone might mention a course you started but didn't finish, or an opportunity similar to something you abandoned might reappear, or you might even find old notes about ideas you never put into practice. Virgos tend to start many projects because they always see opportunities for improvement and growth. But sometimes, due to excessive self-criticism or wanting everything to be perfect, you end up abandoning important things along the way. The universe is reminding you of these unfinished projects because they contain energy and potential that have not yet been realized. Each project you've started represents a part of your growth journey that needs to be completed, so you can advance to the next level. This test is about commitment and persistence. The cosmos wants to know if you've learned to see things through to the end, even when they don't turn out exactly as you initially envisioned. Finishing projects, even imperfectly, is often more valuable than starting new ones. During this period, notice which projects reappear most insistently in your life. These are likely the most important for your current evolution. The universe is giving you a new opportunity to complete something meaningful, and how you respond to this call determines whether you are ready for even greater opportunities in the future. Tip 8. Situations that test your patience increase. The eighth sign appears when you begin to face situations that specifically test your patience very intensely. These could be lines that take much longer than usual, phone calls that don't resolve your problem, bureaucracy that drags on endlessly, or people who take a long time to respond to your important messages. For a Virgo who values efficiency and quick results, these situations can be extremely stressful. You may feel your energy drained by having to deal with slowness and inefficiency, especially when you know exactly how things could be resolved more quickly. The universe is using these situations to develop a very important quality in you: serene patience. It's not just about enduring frustrating situations, but about maintaining your inner peace, even when things don't flow as quickly as you'd like. This test also serves to show that not everything in life can be controlled or accelerated by your will. There are times when you need to accept the natural timing of things and find ways to use these waiting periods productively, or at least peacefully. During these periods, observe your internal reactions. If you can remain calm, use the waiting time for reflection or other useful activities, and not let frustration take over, you will be demonstrating important spiritual growth. The universe wants you to learn that haste is not always the best counselor. Tip 9. Responsibilities beyond your apparent capacity arise. The ninth sign manifests when responsibilities that seem beyond your current capacity begin to appear in your life. You may be chosen to lead a complex project at work, someone in your family needs special care that depends on you, or an important situation requires knowledge and skills that you feel you haven't fully developed. Initially, you may feel overwhelmed or even inadequate for these responsibilities. Virgo tends to be very self-demanding and can easily believe they're not ready for greater challenges, even when they actually are. The universe is putting you in these situations because it knows you have more capabilities than you realize. These seemingly large responsibilities are actually opportunities for you to discover inner resources you hadn't previously known about. It is through challenge that your abilities truly develop. This test is about self-confidence and growth through action. The cosmos won't give you anything you can't truly handle, even if it seems impossible at first. The key is to break these large responsibilities into smaller, more manageable parts, using your natural organizational skills. During these times, observe how you respond to the challenge. If you can accept these responsibilities, organize yourself to handle them, and discover that you are more capable than you thought, you will have passed a very important test. The universe is preparing you to take on even more significant roles in the future. Tip 10. Small mistakes have bigger consequences. The 10th sign appears when small mistakes or oversights that would normally not have major consequences begin to generate disproportionately large consequences. It could be an email sent to the wrong person that causes a significant misunderstanding, a document with incorrect information that delays an entire process, or a forgotten commitment that affects multiple people. For a Virgo who prides themselves on their attention to detail, these mistakes can be particularly painful. You may feel guilty, frustrated with yourself, or even question your competence, especially since you know you're normally careful about these things. The universe is using these situations to teach you the importance of mindful attention at all times. It's not about being perfect, but about being present and focused on every action you take. Sometimes, when we're overly confident in our abilities, we can relax too much and make mistakes due to lack of attention. This test also serves to develop your humility and your ability to deal constructively with mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, and the difference between wise people and ordinary people lies in how they respond to them. During these times, observe how you deal with the consequences of your mistakes. If you can take responsibility, learn from the situation, take steps to correct what you can, and implement systems to avoid similar mistakes in the future, you will be demonstrating maturity. The universe wants you to become someone who learns quickly from your mistakes. Tip 11. Moments of forced solitude increase. The 11th sign manifests itself when you find yourself in situations of loneliness that you didn't choose. Friends may repeatedly cancel meetings, you may have to stay home to take care of something important while others are having fun, or external circumstances force you to spend more time alone than you'd like. For a Virgo who often seeks external validation for their work and efforts, these periods of solitude can be uncomfortable. You may feel isolated or even question whether people truly value your company and efforts. The universe is creating these moments of solitude because you need to develop a stronger relationship with yourself. It's important that you learn to value yourself regardless of the approval or presence of others. These moments alone are opportunities for deep self-discovery. During forced solitude, you also have a chance to reflect on your motivations, goals, and values without the influence of outside opinions. It's a valuable time to reconnect with your own desires and needs, which sometimes get obscured by the tendency to always be helping or focusing on others. This test is about emotional self-sufficiency and learning to find satisfaction in your own company. If you can use these periods of solitude for personal growth, hobbies, reflection, or simply to relax without feeling abandoned or rejected, you will be demonstrating important emotional maturity. Tip 12. Opportunities to teach and mentor arise constantly. The 12th and final sign appears when opportunities to teach, mentor, or share your knowledge begin to arise with unusual frequency. You may find colleagues constantly asking for your help. You may be invited to train new employees, friends seeking your advice on important situations, or you may have opportunities to share your skills in more formal ways. Virgo has a natural ability to observe, analyze, and improve systems and processes. When the universe begins to place you in teaching positions, it recognizes that you have developed enough wisdom and knowledge to help others on their journey. These teaching opportunities are both a recognition of your growth and a new test. Teaching and mentoring require patience, clear communication, and the ability to adapt your knowledge to different levels of understanding. It's an exercise in humility and service. The universe is also showing you that part of your mission may involve helping others grow and improve. When you generously share your knowledge and skills, you create a positive cycle of growth that benefits not only the people you help, but the entire community around you. During these times, observe how you feel when teaching and guiding others. If you can do this with joy, patience, and without feeling superior or condescending, you are demonstrating that you have truly internalized the lessons the universe is teaching you. This is often a sign that you are ready to receive even greater tests and opportunities. We have reached the end of this journey of discovery about the 12 signs that the universe is testing a Virgo. Each of these signs represents a unique opportunity for personal growth and evolution. When you recognize these patterns in your life, you stop being a victim of circumstances and become an active participant in your own transformation. Remember that these tests are not punishments, they are gifts. The universe believes in your ability to grow and evolve, and that's why it presents you with challenges that expand your limits. Every difficult situation is a chance to discover strengths you didn't know you had. Every criticism is an opportunity to improve. Every responsibility is a vote of confidence from the cosmos. The next time you find yourself in one of these situations, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what lesson does the universe want to teach me now? How can I use this experience to become a better version of myself? This shift in perspective will completely transform your relationship with life's challenges. If this content brought clarity to your personal journey, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive more content on astrology and spiritual growth. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these 12 signs do you recognize most in your current life? Share your experience in the comments, and let's build a community of mutual support on this journey of self-discovery.